Hey guys, welcome back. Last video we were describing that there's actually no happiness in this material world. Krishna explains in Bhagavad Gita, Yehi samsparsha ja bhoga dukkha yonai evate adiyantavanti konteya na teshu ramate buddha. And a learned person, a wise individual, someone who has real knowledge, they don't take the gratification of the senses, enjoying the senses, seeing something, tasting, feeling something as a source of happiness, because actually it's a source of misery. So yoga is about elevating oneself to come out of a position of suffering. So when the senses seem to enjoy objects, people are thinking happiness is to go into a bakery and eat cupcakes. Now, what the Bhagavad Gita explains that that's not real happiness. It's a temporary experience of the senses. The soul is not actually getting happiness from that. Why? Because it conditions one to want that experience again and again. So the science of yoga is how to liberate the soul from this bodily engagement, from these venomous serpents of the senses. Just like if you have a friend, he's always asking for money and you're giving him money, and the next time you see him he asks for more money and you just keep giving him money every time, it's the same thing. Then you might question what sort of friend if this person's really helping you. So every time we feed the senses, what do they want? They want more. And the nature of this material world is there's not enough to satisfy them. Even if one collects all of the money, this is what the senses are desiring to try to enjoy. One seeks beautiful women or beautiful men. Whatever we try to give our body, it's never going to actually satisfy the soul. So therefore we say that this world is temporary and miserable, because for the soul it's a stage of bondage. The soul is caught up in this. The soul's potential to actually experience true happiness is obscured by that bodily identification or false ego. And also it's temporary. The senses themselves, at a certain point, they lose their power to enjoy. This is called old age. One can't eat the foods they like. They can't move the way they want. And at that point, one undergoes a very terrible depression, because they still have a powerful desire to try to enjoy those sense objects, but they're not able to fulfill that. And therefore, suicide is very high in the elderly, and even today in the younger generation also. Why? Because people are not able to find that happiness that the soul is seeking. But people are under a body concept. They think only I can get it through bodily activities. So therefore we say that this world is temporary and miserable. That is real knowledge. This may sound very pessimistic, but the fact of the matter is the real happiness that we're looking for and we're hankering and we're seeking, it does exist. Otherwise, the soul would not always be seeking that experience. So it does exist, but it exists on a higher level. Once one becomes self-realized, they give up this bodily pursuits, these material pursuits, hope of that happiness in this material world. Then you can take the next step in the journey, the adventure of life, and explore what are all these teachings about a higher reality, higher realm. Then we can take that seriously. As long as we still are after hankering, like the rabbit running after a carrot on a stick in front of him, as long as our intelligence is not beyond that very immature, very infant understanding about what life is all about, then we won't take our spiritual life seriously. So coming to terms with the reality of this place is an essential component for a sincere spiritualist. Hare Krishna.